Hey everybody, welcome to the channel One Step at a Time. My name is Corey McKinney, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, I don't know what happened. I know that Luke shared my last Messi video on his channel, but then after that, I guess the algorithm called it or whatever. All I know is for a channel my size, I have no business with this many comments and this many views on one video. And so first of all, I want to say thank you guys for everybody who has subscribed, who has now joined the channel and is with me on this ride through the game of football. I am blessed to know that there are so many people out there that support this sport and that support people getting into it. However, I have had some comments that are probably going to help me with my quality a little bit. And I say that kind of in a joking manner because some of y'all were hateful. But, you know, haters going to hate, potatoes going to potate, and Messi's still going to rock the world in football. And so one video that I want to react to is one that was recommended to me. It's Lionel Messi, the world champion movie. This is after he won the World Cup. And so without further ado, and don't worry, if I'm going to say something, I'm going to pause it thanks to this comment right here that was left. Hey man, this might be some of the best advice I've ever received. If I ever make it to 1 million subscribers, I'll make sure to seek you out and give you a hug. All right, even if I have to fly you to New Orleans. And so without further ado, here is Messi World Champion movie with the sound on, with all that. Here we go.
Especial, como decís, seguramente mi último mundial, mi última oportunidad de conseguir ese gran sueño que
I've never heard his voice before, so this is interesting already.
I mean, one of the greatest players to have ever played the game. He comes into the tournament with great form for Paris Saint-Germain, with great form
Let me
for
pause
Argentina.
it. Okay, I said I was going to pause it and then I didn't. That's the first time I've ever heard Messi's voice before. So side note there, I've never heard his voice before, and it's pretty cool. So anyway.
This Argentina team are something, and this guy here, he's the leader. I don't think a lot of people necessarily see him as a leader, but he is. You know, we've seen some VTs. He's really going to galvanize this Argentina team, and they're going to come into this hoping that they can win the World Cup.
It's such a special event, the World Cup. You have to expect he's going to turn up.
Let me pause this. The lady comment, I just realized that she said a lot of people don't see him as a leader. What? If he's the greatest football player to ever live, the greatest athlete some of you have claimed to ever play any sport ever, how would he not be viewed as a leader? If somebody can like hash that out. Maybe, you know, she doesn't sound like English is maybe her first language, so maybe maybe the translation didn't come in clear from what she was trying to say. But if any of y'all know what she's talking about, is there some backstory to this or something? I don't know. I'm going to keep going.
His last World Cup. Is it going to be his World Cup? There are 64 teams and 831 other players in Qatar vying to be world champions over the next month. But if the Romantics have their way, Argentina will win it, and Lionel Messi having played a pivotal role.
He's capable of winning every game, we know that. Every game he plays in.
It is all about Messi. Just listen to the noise as he comes onto the pitch. But he has the chance to score Argentina's first goal of the tournament. It's Messi for Argentina. It's simple, it's easy, it's 1-0. He is determined to cap his
Yeah, forget pausing all the time. I'm just going to comment. The crowd reaction when he stepped out of the tunnel when he scored the first goal, that's pretty sick.
You don't feel it? He's got a shot on target and scored for Saudi Arabia. Oh my word!
He is ridiculous.
This coming. Saudi Arabia grab control of the game. And the goalkeeper's out of his goal. Lionel Messi.
Oh no.
Being tracked, but still keeping track of the ball. They're digging in. Adesari's kind of come away with it. He has come away with it.
I know he fell down right there, but he had like 5 guys around him, and he still almost got around it. Wow, I bet that was a monumental blow.
Excuse me, what is Messi? What is Messi? What is Messi? Okay. Where is Messi? Where is he? Where's Messi? Who's Messi?
Messi is no one. He's finished.
Wow,
He's
boy.
finished. Where is Messi?
Tomorrow you will play against Argentina.
Let me pause this right here. So, my favorite football coach of all time, Nick Saban, this is American football. He has this saying, and he says that when the media promotes stuff like this, like what these guys are doing, saying, "Where's Messi? He's done. He's finished." He calls it rat poison, and sometimes he calls it, rat poison is typically bad. So there's this stuff of like you want to stay away from the media because all it's going to do is get in your head. But then sometimes there's good rat poisonous when the rat can get in there, get the cheese, and get out. And if they're talking trash like this about Messi, I know the outcome. All right, he wins the World Cup. So I can only imagine though what Messi fans were feeling seeing that loss and then hearing these guys all over TV, and I'm sure around the world. I can't believe I missed this big of a stage of a game. It's just absolutely insane. But I can't even imagine what you guys were feeling who were Messi supporters at that time to hear these guys going off. But I'm guarantee you they didn't know that they were fueling a fire that was gonna end up lighting them up.
Messi, kick him out. World Cup. Kick him out.
Messi fuera. Chao, chao Messi.
Messi, ciao, ciao, Messi. Messi, ciao. And we'll ask you one question.
Kick him out of the World Cup. Get out of here.
We'll ask one question. Where is Messi?
Messi, where is Messi?
Pero
Where is Messi? I need that on a t-shirt.
Y vamos a ir a buscarlo y lo vamos a ir a hacer bien.
And for all the talent on that pitch, it seems we got to step back and let's just hope Lionel Messi does his magic.
Which is going back to what we've seen.
And which was my complaint around Argentina.
Just hope that Messi does his magic.
For all that talent, everybody just seemed to down tools and hope that Lionel Messi would produce some magic.
Show what you've got, show some guts and courage.
The scene is set then. Argentina must bounce back or their World Cup will well be over.
It is Messi. They cannot lose. He must not lose. Lionel Messi. Messi's here.
So I guess if they would have lost to Mexico here, this would have been it.
The Magic Man. One more Messi moment.
The amount of people supporting this man across the world is absolutely bananas.
He's one of them. How often have they said that prayer of thanks?
And of course, it was not a great performance by the whole team, but we have Leo Messi, and we need to rely on him.
He's got 2 goals in 2 games, considering.
We have Messi, and we need to rely on him. Shout out Miami for their entire slogan this season.
It's Lionel Messi, and it's saved by Chesney. Strong hand to push it away, and it remains 0-0. Here's Molina to drive it across, turn towards goal, and in! Alexis McAllister! Chance for the shot, and it's fired in!
Looks like his teammates really showed up against Poland. That's awesome.
He didn't score, but I think it was another top-class performance from Leo.
And still every player looks to him to drag them through matches. He's still capable of that.
The best 3 or 4 dribbles in the game was Messi.
And to be at the age, I know a lot of you guys, let me just pause it. I know a lot of you guys were talking about him being, so old and that he's really coming to the end of his career. But I'm seeing him out here on the field moving. He doesn't look like he's much older than everybody else. He doesn't look like he's taking any plays off or anything. I mean, he really is giving it his full effort. And I can see this as his teammates are still relying on him to move the ball up the field and to assist them. He very much is the captain of this team. I still don't know what that reporter was talking about. She makes me mad. I don't even know that much about Messi or the game of football right now, but to say that he's not seen as a leader, obviously his team thinks that he's a leader. Everybody else who supports Argentina thinks that he's a leader, so I don't know what she's talking about. That's going to bother me for the rest of the night.
Best player on the pitch is Messi.
He plays a different kind of sport, I think, to most mere mortals.
He's an alien.
He plays a different kind of sport to most mere mortals.
Australia fearful of no one.
Messi.
Australia's fearful of no one because everything in their country tries to kill them. So, what a sick goal! Holy crap!
drifting and taking the ball with him. Lionel Messi looking to penetrate with support from Alvarez. Messi again, and still Messi.
It doesn't make sense how he moves through people like this. It's like it doesn't matter if you're an entire body in front of him, he's going to find a way around you.
Messi, he's left behind Moy. Lionel Messi! And extraordinarily, in what will almost certainly be his last World Cup, there'll never be another like him.
Dang.
Enjoy him while he's here.
Messi there has put on the best individual performance we've seen at this World Cup so far. By a mile.
What? Hold on, let me stop. The celebration here is beautiful. I'm feeling chills just like thinking about the kind of win that just took place, because gosh, I can't even talk right now. Seeing the way that Messi moved around people when he's put into crunch time, like that announcer was saying, this is probably his last World Cup. He's put under pressure, put into crunch time, and instead of folding under pressure, I guess like he's done his entire career, he shows up and shows out and pulls out that magic, because I don't know how he was doing that to other professional grown men who play the game of football. It's just absolutely nuts to me.
It was almost like godlike. I've not seen anything like this.
Whenever he gets the ball, the whole stadium gets on their feet, don't they? You can see everyone.
He said it was almost like godlike.
He knows that it's his last World Cup, and you can really see he's enjoying it.
And Emi Martinez said it at the end of the game. He said, Messi is 99.9% of this team, but I just don't know how far you can go just with him creating, just with him scoring, just with him doing something special, doing a bit of magic.
Let me pause it again. I know I'm pausing a lot, but y'all just got to get over it. So for somebody, I don't know if that was the manager or one of his teammates to say he's 99.9% of the team. You don't see people making comments like that are on the same team in American sports, because there's a lot of, like, I guess, pride wrapped into the sports. Unless you're on a team with somebody who we would consider the GOAT of American football, like Tom Brady. But even him, like, people aren't going to say he's 99% of the team. Nobody's going to make that kind of claim, but these people are saying it about Messi, and they absolutely believe it. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. It doesn't even register in my mind that somebody's thinking like that and that his teammates would say something like that.
For sure, I can get the penalties.
Hoe stop je hem af?
How you stop Messi, you'll see that soon. Get out of here. Whoa, okay, hold on. Let's back that up. What did he say? Let me pause that. Messi isn't a leader. Playing with Messi means 10 versus 11. Who said this? Marco van Basten. Okay. Okay.
Here comes the 6th World Cup meeting of the Netherlands and Argentina.
So Argentina and the Netherlands have met up 6 times at this point. This is crazy. I love the drum that's got Messi's face on it. That is cool.
And the rest was simple. Reaches out for more history. He has a dream to fulfill. Step by step, they draw closer to the ultimate fulfillment.
I guess that's his signature stance.
Berghaus, Weghorst. Crashing over the outrushing Argentine.
Y'all get physical like that in football? Y'all rush the field?
They rose as one to confront him. It's getting heated. Starts 2-2, extraordinary 101 minutes, and the immediate future is still orange. And we stare down the barrel of
Man, I bet this game was insane. It's going to a penalty shootout. So I guess I'll just get Luke to break that down for me in just a minute. I guess if you go too far into extra minutes, you have a penalty shootout. I don't know. Hold on, here he is.
What part are we at?
So they're playing the quarterfinals right now, and they went into extra minutes, and I guess they're through with extra minutes.
At the end of extra minutes, if there's still no winner, then they'll do penalty kicks.
Whoa!
And then that's a different game in all in itself, because for penalty kicks, you have to. It's basically a game of psychology between that guy right there. He's the goalkeeper for Argentina.
Okay.
And he plays mind games with the guys who are trying to who are trying to take the penalty shot. So
I've got to do a whole reaction videos to just goalkeepers.
It changes to a completely different game. You could be the better team on the field, but when you get to the penalty kicks, another team could be more experienced at penalty kicks than you, because it's a completely different sport.
What?
Basically.
Dude, okay, this is, I'm learning way too much about this game way too fast. I can't even take all this in. Thank you, Luke. Everybody shout out to Luke. If you're not subscribed to his channel, but you managed to subscribe to my channel, I don't know how that happened, but going on over, I'm just going to drop his link to his profile here, Luke Sports Academy. We've got a podcast over there. Y'all hop on his channel, give him a sub, and tell him what's up. But thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. I'm feeling the intensity of this, and this is months afterwards. So
Messi answers the call.
He made it look so easy. What?
With extreme cool.
Sure, I can get some penalties.
And epic.
Dang, that little swag step and kick. Whoever number 22 is. I bet they were so tired after that game. Golly.
I never said this last time, but you don't see that emotion when he's in a club shirt.
Isn't that the difference of the World Cup? When it's for your country and the expectation and everything that comes with it.
I think I'm really starting to understand how much a World Cup means to a country.
Absolutely.
I wish we had something like this in American football. I really do.
Before the game, he's been making a difference for 15 or so years at the top level, the cutting edge of football. He's a fantastic footballer, and when it comes to games that need to be defined, he's the one that takes on the responsibilities of that, and he enjoys that. And he's a phenomenal footballer. You see in this stadium, whenever he gets the ball and whenever he does anything, the whole stadium stands up.
That's a good point.
How did you see that pass?
Well, that pass, the pass defies physics. How did he see this?
Yeah.
How does he see this pass? It's just like everyone else in the stadium saying, "Oh no, oh my God!" Yeah. It's one of those.
I'm not sure I've seen a better pass in football ever, let alone at a stage like this.
Yeah, to do that in a regular game is whatever, but to do that in one of the biggest games of his life, that kind of pass is just unbelievable.
Every single thing that they needed.
It does defy physics.
What an incredible player he is, and you kind of feel that from the Argentinian side that he's on this mission with his country.
Heck yeah, he was on a mission.
As well. This is the World Cup that's maybe written in the stars for Lionel Messi.
Croatia.
Ricardo steps across at the other end. Oh, that's a gift for Rebic, who finishes it absolutely.
So they got smoked in 2018. Gosh.
Lionel Messi embraces his moment again and stares into the eyes of another World Cup final. Messi again with the marvellous mischief, and he will have his ultimate game. Messi away from Guardiola, and Argentina all but in the final. What is there left for him to do? The answer to the question: win the World Cup.
How you do that with the ball at your feet running at full speed while twisting and turning, it's unbelievable.
It is mesmerizing to watch. He's right.
Lo último que te voy a decir no es una pregunta, sino solamente te quiero decir, se viene una final del mundo y si bien todos queremos ganar la copa, quiero decir,
You can see it in his eyes, man. Even here in this interview.
a cada uno de los argentinos.
First of all, he looks very kind, like he's easy to talk to.
Que no sea la original, la trucha o la inventada o la
But secondly, you can see there's determination in his eyes.
Y es eso que para mí es más grande que cualquier copa del mundo. Y eso no te lo va a sacar nadie. Es un agradecimiento por un momento de felicidad tan grande que le hiciste vivir a tanta gente. Que de verdad, ojalá te lo lleves en el corazón.
I can't do anything but smile watching this guy, just even in this interview.
Así que gracias, capitán.
In order to be considered the greatest ever, it feels like you have to win the World Cup.
And he's not done this at the World Cup stage.
Yeah, I guess this is the one thing hanging over his career, huh? He hadn't won a World Cup.
Doesn't have enough personality.
Is average.
Levantarme, volver a intentarlo y volver a estar otra vez, creo que eso es la vida. Tropezar, volver a levantarse y a intentarlo otra vez y luchar por su sueño.
Stars are aligned for Messi.
There's no way there's that many people that are fans of the sport. Like, I know there are, but you couldn't, American football could never. They could never flood a city street like that.
And the world. And Messi, a goal forevermore. Perhaps his moment for infinity. Maria is the spare man. Angel Di Maria.
Yo.
A nation re-infused with hope.
Mbappe, that's the guy that people were. Okay. Some people in my comments were with that, saying that he's the greatest on the come up. What a freaking goal! Mbappe, he looked like he was turning it on though. He's French, okay. Dude, their goalie is fire. For Argentina. Did Mbappe score all their points? It could be today, Grandma.
Montiel. Argentina, champions.
Yo.
Lionel Messi.
Did you see that look on his face?
Shaken hands with paradise, has just pitched up in heaven. He climbs into a galaxy of his own. The greatest player of his age finally has the greatest accolade football can afford him. At the end of one of the greatest football matches ever played. Was it Rick? Can it be? See the tears, feel the emotion.
And all those people who say he's not the greatest of all time because he hasn't won the World Cup. Well, Messi won 12 league titles. He won 4 Champions Leagues. He won 7 Ballon d'Ors. He was Argentinian Player of the Year 14 times. He won the Copa America, and to cap it all, he won the World Cup as well.
The accolades are just unbelievable.
Lionel Messi is the greatest of all time.
All right, I'm seeing it, guys. I'm seeing it. Okay. I think the exact line that guy just spit out, at least 20 people copied and pasted in my comments.
Le deseaba muchísimo, obvio que quería cerrar mi carrera con esto, ya no puedo pedir nada, la verdad que me encanta el fútbol, me encanta lo que hago y obviamente que quiero seguir viviendo unos partidos más siendo campeón del mundo.
There's no way. All those people, man. Are they on top of light poles? What the heck? What?
Que se ganaron el cielo. Argentina campeón del mundo. Messi campeón del mundo. No podía ser de otra manera sino sin sufrir.
Y hoy este hombre de 35 con las 3 estrellas, ¿qué le puede decir ese pibe?
¿Cuál es tu sueño?
Oh, this is when he was 16? That's cool.
Bueno, que le espera algo extraordinario, algo que no se lo podría imaginar, que va a tener un camino en su profesión.
Yeah, beautiful journey indeed.
Muy hermoso, con momento duro que va a tener que superar, pero que nunca renuncie a su sueño, porque al final va a tener su recompensa más deseada y va a tener un final feliz, como si fuera
he's gonna have a happy ending. That's right, he's gonna retire in Miami.
Final feliz.
Hermosa película.
Muy linda.
Hermosa. Muy linda. Hay que verla de vuelta.
Wow, okay. That was a dope video. To whoever recommended that, thank you. I really needed to see that to really put into perspective what you guys have been talking about, really on the podcast over on the Derby Derbs and here on the channel, talking about what a World Cup means and why it meant so much for Messi to get that. Luke, you gonna jump in here? He's back.
Yes. You just witnessed probably one of the best World Cup finals that's ever been played, or one of them. It's and I got to see it for my first ever World Cup final.
Man, I'm so mad right now that I missed this because
I skipped church to watch it.
I should have. I remember I have one student in particular at the church I go to that skipped church, and I was just texting him, messing with him about it. And I remember he texted me afterwards. He's like, "You don't understand though what I watched." I know I didn't, and I don't. You know what? I'm kind of glad that I missed it, because I don't think I would have appreciated it for what it was then. Even with it being 4 months ago.
Yeah, well, for me it was my second month of following the sport.
Wow.
And so I was just, I still, like, even now, I kind of wish that it was happening, like, right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm really invested now, and I actually kind of understand what's going on a little bit more.
Yeah.
But dude, that game, at first, it was boring because Argentina was up 2-0, and it was just like, they're going to coast. And then Mbappe's like, bah!
He scored 4 points?
3.
3. Gosh, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So he had a hat trick in that game.
That kid can play, can he?
Yeah, 2 of them were from penalties, but still, like, he got in position to make those.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't care. Like in basketball, if all your points came from free throws, if you scored them, you scored them. So.
Yeah, and he's, like, they were big moments. And then at the end, you saw Messi's little, his penalty kick where he, like, he did his little slow.
Yeah.
So they call it I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Panenka.
Okay.
Panenka. Panenka.
Panenka.
Yeah, it's a
okay.
It's named after a guy who basically he started that, and a lot of people do it, where it's like you catch the goalkeeper off balance. So
you kind of juke him out a little bit.
Right. Well, he sees the momentum of your body go in one direction, and so he dives.
A little flavor.
And you slow it down and go right through the middle.
That's cool.
And so he does that a lot.
I love that, man. I feel blessed to be here on this journey and to finally realize and recognize who Messi is. For so long, even though I've said this multiple times, I'm going to continue to repeat it. Americans do not care about football in the grand scheme of things. They haven't for a long time. When I was a kid, nobody cared about it. But I remember hearing the name Messi for a lot of moments in my life and being like, oh, okay, that's the one good guy that's in football. But to understand who he is now, and to be able to watch something like that take place in this, what's likely, I guess, his last World Cup that he's going to play in, but also walk away with a victory as intense and as rewarding and as satisfying as that, was just incredible to watch. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. There's going to be more Messi on the channel. There's going to be more people on the channel as well. I'm a Newcastle fan, so I'm going to be covering a lot of Newcastle content as well. If there's any other videos you'd like for me to react to, please drop them in the comments because I'm going to. But in the meantime, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.